that question, like when I searched in the internet, I got like it was asked in some university, and then I got scared.
Yes, yes, repeat it.
No, ma'am, that question when I searched in the internet,
Ah,
they told me it was asked in some university and all.
why you are scared about it? Okay, even simple additions and all will be asked in the very high exam. So why to scare? What you know, you present it. That is what you have to do. Okay, don't get scared. Hmm? If you get scared itself, you will not be able to answer the remaining. So don't be scared. Okay. Hmm? Easily we can do what you have learned from that part only. Exam for the exam it will be asked. Is it clear? Nothing will be coming out. We have covered the syllabus. You make it thorough with that one and you do. You can do it. Be confident and do it. Okay. So, okay, children, I think we can start. Ashwin, Michael, turn on your video. Ashwin, we are. Okay, children. So, good afternoon. So today we are going to revise the chapter Inverse Trigonometric Functions. Write the heading Inverse Trigonometric Functions. Inverse trigonometric functions. See, in inverse trigonometric function, the first thing you have to learn is that domain and range. Domain and range is the first thing we have to learn. Okay. Write the heading functions, domain and range. If you are thorough with this one, we will be able to answer all the questions from that part. Functions, domain and range. So the first one is sine inverse of x. Sine inverse of x, the domain value will be from -1 to 1. Sine value, take minimum value is -1, maximum value is 1. So -1 to 1. And what is the principal value branch, or it is same as range? It is from -π/2 to +π/2, closed. Okay, then next is cos inverse of x. Cos inverse of x also, it lies from -1 to 1. And it is from 0 to pi. It is from 0 to pi. Tan inverse of x means, what is the value of tan? Tan 0, 0, isn't it? And what is the maximum value we'll get? Infinity. So for tan, this r. And what is the principal value branch? Open -π/2 to +π/2. Open interval. Note down sine. Okay, I'll give that one afterwards. First, write down all those things. Next is cosec inverse of x. For cosec inverse of x, cosec inverse of x, it will be from -infinity to -1 union 1 to infinity. Will not get -1 to 1. Okay. 1 will be included. Okay, closed. And what about the principal value branch? For the principal value branch, which is -π/2 to +π/2 minus, what is the value you have to subtract? -π/2 to +π/2 minus 0. Minus 0. Then sec inverse of x. Sec is the reciprocal of cos. So sec inverse of x, in the same thing, -1 to -infinity to -1 union 1 to infinity. -infinity to -1 union 1 to infinity. And what about the principal value branch? It is 0 to pi minus π/2. 0 to pi minus π/2. Because cos 90 and all will become 0. Next is cot inverse of x. Cot inverse of x, it will take r. It is r. And what is the principal value branch? It is same as cos inverse, isn't it? It is 0 to pi. Okay, so is it clear? Up to this, we have learned. Okay, this formula and all, if you are thorough, we can do all the questions from this part easily. We can solve the questions easily. So in the next class, we'll be doing case study questions. Today, we'll be doing some, okay, we are going to do the problems. Next class, learn all these values and come. So we'll be doing the case study questions from this chapter. From this chapter, 2 or 3 case studies are given by the CBSE. That day, okay, in the beginning, I have sent case study questions. Go through that. Okay, some triangle based questions are all included in inverse trigonometry. See, actually, from the chapter, first 2 chapters for your board exam, from the first 2 chapters, relations and functions and inverse trigonometry. From this part, you will get 8 questions. 8 marks will be there. The mark distribution is like this. Note it down. Before we start the problem, if you don't know, write down that. So from relations and functions and inverse trigonometry, from that 2 part, you will get 8 marks. Then from algebra means what? Matrices and determinants. From that part, you will get for 10 marks. Matrices and determinants. From that part, you will get 10 marks. Calculus, 17 marks. Calculus, 17. Calculus means, which are the topics you have to learn? Continuity and differentiability, application of derivatives. And linear programming will get 5 marks. So total, it is 40. Is it correct? Check it, is it total is 40? Clear, Emmanuel? Okay. So, applications of derivatives and derivative is very, very, very important. 17 marks will be asked from that part. Okay. So now let's do the few questions based on this. Write down. Evaluate cos inverse of cos 2 pi by 3 plus sine inverse of sine 2 pi by 3. The 4 options given were pi by 2, pi, minus pi, D is minus pi by 2. How to do this? How you do this? Is it possible to cancel cos inverse and cos? Is it possible to cancel? Ashwin, can we cancel these 2, cos inverse and cos? Is it possible, Ashwin?
Oh, ma'am.
No, why? In which case you'll be able to cancel?
Not in the branch. Same branch value.
Yes, it is not in the principal value branch. If it lies in the principal value branch, we can cancel. Principal value branch means here cos inverse. For cos inverse, it is from 0 to pi. If it is in the principal value branch, you can cancel. So now look at here. Is it whether it lies within the principal value branch? Cos inverse of cos 2 pi by 3. Is it possible?
Yes.
2 into pi by 3 means it is 60, isn't it? Is it correct? 120, whether it lies between 0 to pi? Is or no? So, cos inverse of cos 2 pi by 3, we can cancel, isn't it? So, we can write this as 2 pi by 3. What about the next case? Sine inverse of sine 2 pi by 3. So, look at here. 2 into pi by 3 means 180 by 3. 120, it will exceed, isn't it? Does not belongs to the interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Principal value branch of sine is from minus 90 to plus 90. So we can't cancel. Here's how will you do this one then? Sine inverse of sine pi minus, okay. Is it 2 pi minus pi by 3 or pi minus pi by 3? How will you write? Sine inverse of sine pi minus pi by 3. Is it correct? Sine of 180 minus theta. What is sine of 180 minus theta? It is sine theta. It is in the second quadrant. It is in the second quadrant. This is 180. It is less than 180. So sine inverse, it will be same as sine inverse of sine pi by 3. So these two will get cancelled. So we get pi by 3. So what is the answer? 2 pi by 3 plus pi by 3 means this 3 pi by 3. Answer will be pi. Answer is pi. Okay. Is it pi? Gayatri, is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now do the next one. Do the next one. Find tan inverse of root 3 minus sec inverse of minus 2. Tan inverse of root 3 minus sec inverse of minus 2. Find the principal value branch and do it. How to find the principal value? What is tan inverse of root 3? Sri Hari, tan inverse of root 3 is? Sri Hari. Miss Sania, tan inverse of root 3?
Pi by 3.
Yes, very good. It is pi by 3. We know that tan 60, isn't it? Minus sec inverse of minus 2. Aryan, what is the principal value of sec inverse of minus 2? So in which, what are the possible quadrants? All silver teacups. Sec is negative means which are the possible quadrants? Aryan? Sec is negative in? Yes, second and third quadrant, isn't it? Okay, and what about the principal value branch of sec? Krishna Chandran, principal value branch of sec. What is the principal value branch of sec? Krishna Chandran. Principal value branch of sec. What about the principal value branch of sec? Yes, one. Principal value branch. Open your textbook and look at the table and tell me what's the principal value branch. Shivani. Shivani, principal value branch of sec.
0 minus 2
0 to
pi.
pi. It is 0 to pi. So 0 to pi means first quadrant. So now we have the second quadrant. So second quadrant means it takes the form pi minus theta, isn't it? Pi minus theta. Therefore, what you will get? So it takes the form Is it pi minus pi by 3? 180 minus theta, pi minus pi by 3. So it is 2 pi by 3 minus 2 pi by 3. So it will be same as minus pi by 3. It is same as minus pi by 3. Now write the next model. Okay, write the next one. Next model is a different question. Okay, write down the next one. If tan of cos inverse of x is equal to sine of cot inverse of 1 by 2. Tan of cos inverse of x is equal to sine of cot inverse of 1 by 2. Find x. Find x. How to do this? Okay, listen, when you get questions like this, the easy way is to draw the triangle. We know the definitions of sine. What is the definition of sine? Sine theta is defined as opposite by hypotenuse, isn't it? What about cos theta? Adjacent by hypotenuse, isn't it? And what about tan? Opposite by adjacent. Okay, so this type of questions you can expect. So tan of cos inverse of x is sine of cot inverse of 1 by 2. So what I'm going to do, here it is in cos inverse of x. I draw the triangle. Cos inverse of x means it is x by 1. For cos, what we know? Cos is defined as adjacent by hypotenuse. Suppose this is x. So adjust. Okay. So cos inverse of, suppose this is theta. Adjacent side, we can take it as x. Hypotenuse is 1. So it will be the opposite side. It is root of 1 minus x square. Is it correct? Is it correct, children? Cos inverse of x means this is the okay, x means we can take it in the form x by 1. What is the definition we have learned for cos? It is adjacent by hypotenuse. So adjacent side is x, hypotenuse is 1. From there you find out opposite side. So we can write this as tan of, okay. So now write in terms of tan. So cos inverse of x, we can write this as tan inverse of opposite by adjacent. Is it correct? Tan is opposite by adjacent is equal to sine of, again look at the next case, cot inverse of x. What is the definition we have learned for cot? Cot is, what you have learned about cot? Adjacent by, so it is 1 and 2, isn't it? So what will be the hypotenuse? Will it be root 5? Hypotenuse square is base square plus altitude square. So we can write this cot inverse as sine inverse of, suppose this is, okay, the angle, it is adjacent by opposite. Hypotenuse we got. What about sine? For sine, it is opposite by, so now this tan inverse term will get cancelled. So we get root of 1 minus x square by x is 2 by root 5. Okay. So now equate it, solve it, and find the value of x. When you square it, easy way you can square it. 1 minus x square by x square is 4 by 5. Now cross multiply it. 5 minus 5x square is equal to 4x square. So we get 5 is equal to 9x square. Therefore, what is x square? X square is 5 by 9. Therefore, x is plus or minus root 5 by 3. But we take only the positive values because we consider the principal values and we solve it. So we take x is equal to positive value. We consider the first quadrant. That is why we apply the direct formulas and all. We considering the principal values means we take only the positive value. Okay. Negative value will not consider. In the principal quadrants, they are all positive. That is why we consider only the positive values and we. So it is root 5 by 3. X is root 5 by 3. Finished? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now write the next one. Write the next one. Find the principal value of sine inverse of minus root 3 by 2. Find the principal value of sine inverse of minus root 3 by 2. Find the principal value of sine inverse of minus root 3 by 2. Yes, Emmanuel, what is the principal value? Sine inverse of negative root 3 by 2. Sine is negative. So in which quadrant sine will be negative, Emmanuel?
T and C,
Give the quadrant number.
3 and 4.
3 and 4. So in the third quadrant and fourth quadrants. And what is the principal value branch of sine? Principal value branch of sine is?
Second one.
It is from, first give the branch. It is from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Is it like that? How will you say second? Okay. What is the principal value branch of sine? We have learned one formula for sine inverse of x. Principal value branch is from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. And sine inverse x is negative means in which quadrant it will be negative? It is either in the second quadrant or third quadrant. So we get here, it is minus theta. It is possible, isn't it? So first you find out sine, for which value you will get root 3 by 2. Sine of dash is root 3 by 2. Sine of dash is root 3 by 2. So for sine, which value will get root 3 by 2? For sine? Yes?
5 by 3.
5 by 3 is root 3 by 2. Therefore, what is the principal value branch? Principal value is minus theta. So it is minus pi by 3. It will be minus pi by 3. Now write the next set of questions. Write the next one. I think only one question is okay. Write down. Find the principal value of sine inverse of minus root 3 by 2 plus cos inverse of cos 7 pi by 6. Cos inverse of cos 7 pi by 6. Do this and give the answer. What is the answer? Navrin? What is sine inverse of minus root 3 by 2?
Minus pi by 3.
Minus pi by 3. Plus cos inverse of cos 7 pi by 6. Nandana?
Minus pi by 6.
Minus pi by 6. Others, check it. Is it correct? Cos inverse of cos 7 pi by 6. Is it minus pi by 6, Nandana?
Yes, ma'am.
How will you write this? 7 pi by 6 means we can write this as,
Pi plus pi by 6.
okay, then cos of 180 plus theta is,
Minus cos theta.
so you can write this as cos inverse of 7 pi by 6. So it is cos inverse of cos minus pi by 6. Is it correct? Now cos inverse and cos, is it possible to cancel? Is it possible to cancel, Nandana? Is it lying within the principal value branch?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the principal value branch of cos?
0 to pi.
And what about minus pi by 6?
Oh, minus. No, ma'am.
So it will not lie there. Okay, so again you have to convert it. How will you write? Minus pi by 6. Minus pi by 6. How will you split this? Then cos of pi plus pi by 6 will not work out. Is or no? Then what is any other, is there any other way? Is it possible to write 7 pi by 6 as, check it.
2 pi.
Yes, 2 pi minus 5 pi by 6. Is it possible? Now, cos of 2 pi minus theta means in which quadrant you will get? Cos of 2 pi minus theta will be cos 5 pi by 6. Whether it lies 5 pi by 6, 5 into 180 by 6. So it is 150, isn't it? So it lies within the principal value branch. So we can write this as cos inverse of cos 5 pi by 6. Now cos inverse cos will get cancelled. We'll get minus pi by 3 plus 5 pi by 6. Okay. When you take the values, you have to check it carefully. Is it positive or negative? This is a textbook question, textual question itself. And what is the final answer? What is the final answer? Gayatri, and simplifying. Yes, it is pi by 2. It is pi by 2. So next one is, if sine inverse of x is equal to y, then what can you say about the range of y? 0 less than or equal to y less than or equal to pi. B minus pi by 2 less than or equal to y less than or equal to plus pi by 2. C 0 less than y less than pi. D minus pi by 2 less than x less than pi by 2. What is the answer, Aditya? Sine inverse of x is y. Then y lies in the interval?
Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2.
Yes, minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Write the next one. Find sine inverse of cos of 43 pi by 5. Try this one. Okay. Finished? What is the answer? Navrin, give the answer. Sine inverse of cos 43 pi by 5. What is the answer, Navrin? How will you do that one? Yes, how to do this? Yes, Navrin, try this. If it goes wrong, no problem. Give the answer. How will you do this one? These are all NCRT exemplar. Okay, this is a book. Okay, in CBSE site also you can see this one. NCRT exemplar. If it is in the form 43 pi by 5, how will you split this? We have discussed this last year. How will you split this? Based on the denominator. Is there no multiples of the denominator you can split? So how will you split this? Is it 40 pi plus 3 pi by 5? Is there no? So we can write this as sine inverse of cos of, it will become 8 pi plus 3 pi by 5. So now 8 pi, even multiples of pi will coincide with 0. So you'll get this is same as sine inverse of cos 3 pi by 5. Now how to write 3 pi by 5? How to split that 3 pi by 5? Listen here, if it is like this, sine inverse of what we know, cos theta is equal to, is it sine of 90 minus theta? Cos theta is sine of 90 minus theta. So cos 3 pi by 5, we can write this as sine of 90 minus 3 pi by 5. Cos theta is sine of 90 minus theta. Now it is less than 90. So we can, so it is pi by 2 minus 3 pi by 5. Simplify this, you get the answer. What is the final answer, Emmanuel? Is there no children whether we have discussed this model last year or not? So what is the answer? Emmanuel, final answer.
Minus pi by 10.
Yes, it is minus pi by 10. It is minus pi by 10. Write the next one, similar question. Note down this as homework and find out. Find the answer. Note the similar question. Sine inverse of cos 33 pi by 5. Sine inverse of cos 33 pi by 5. Option A, it is 3 pi by 5. Option B, minus 7 pi by 5. Option C, pi by 10. And option D, minus pi by 10. Option A, 3 pi by 5. Option B, minus 7 pi by 5. Option C, pi by 10. Option D, minus pi by 10. Okay, write the next one. Cot of cos inverse of 7 by 25. Okay, cot of cos inverse of 7 by 25. This one, how to do this? We draw the triangle, isn't it? Cos is adjacent. Suppose I take this adjacent by hypotenuse. From here you find out opposite side. Okay, using Pythagoras theorem, find the opposite side and complete this one. The answer option is given like this: 25 by 24. Option B, 25 by 7. Option C, 24 by 25. Option D, 7 by 24. Option D is 7 by 24. Okay, try these questions and prepare well for your exam. And okay, tomorrow evening. Yes.
Are you sure? Okay.
Okay then. Okay, children. Wind up. Thank you.
Thank you.